With a lot of talk of Kombat Pack 3, I thought it would be kind of fun to throw my own hat in the arena of what characters I would like to see in Kombat Pack 3. Now again, Kombat Pack 3 may not even happen. You gotta keep that in mind, but apparently a lot of sources are saying that yes, they've data mined and there's apparently going to be a third Kombat Pack, but you can never trust Ed Boon. You can never fully trust Ed Boon in any way, shape, or form, so you gotta keep that in mind. So, let's talk about what we do know. So, according to some of these sources that have data mined Mortal Kombat again, they've basically found there's going to be 5 more spaces, just 5 more spaces to fill out the rectangle. And these are the same sources that have kind of called a lot of the characters we saw in the previous DLC. So they were right on Rambo, they were right on several of them, but we don't know what these next 5 are. So here are going to be my picks, my personal picks, and I could be totally wrong, but these are just characters I would like to see. So I'm going to go with 3 Mortal Kombat characters and 2 guest characters. Why did I do it like that? Fuck it, I don't know. So let's get started. So let's get started with the MK characters. Let's start with them first. So, what MK characters would I like to see in MK11? So, first and foremost, the one I would really like to see back, and a lot of people have been saying that maybe it's going to be this character, but I've seen enough. But the problem is, I've seen enough of them doing enough of this character to be like, why would we need you at all now? Like, we have enough characters being you that we kind of are like, we've kind of moved past you. Even Melina kind of acts like, it's Reptile. Yeah, I'm like, while I would like to see Reptile in the game, at the same time I'm like, even Melina plays like you now, so why do we even need Reptile? I would personally like, I think it'd be cool, but honestly, if I was to pick someone other than Reptile, I would pick Kenshi. Kenshi would be nice to be back. I know in the Shang Tsung Temple he's confirmed dead, but this is time travel, and they already and Melina was fucking dead, so was Rain, so you can bring them back. So you can bring Kenshi back. So Kenshi is my first character I would love to bring back. That's my number 1. Second character I would love, my second pick for DLC on this list would be, if we're gonna have Kenshi, we gotta have his son Takeda, and I honest to God think Takeda is gonna be here. I honestly think Takeda is gonna be in the next DLC. He's been one of the most requested characters and one of the most teased. So I think Takeda, if any of them, probably have Takeda has the best shot of being here. So yeah, father and son, that would be perfect of having them both back. So Takeda would definitely be I think out of all of them, he'd be my first round pick of getting in here. And finally, for DLC, my final pick for the next DLC character would be, and this is another one I think a lot of people have been requesting a lot of, and that is Smoke. So Smoke would be a really great one to see in here. No longer Cyber Lin Kuei. I would love to see him show up again, and, they've been really playing with a lot of the elemental powers. I can only imagine what they could do with the fire powers that Smoke has. So he would just be an excellent addition to this roster. For other characters, those are my 3 prime, Kenshi, Smoke, and Takeda. My other picks would probably be, Natira would be cool. Natira would be a neat one. I actually wouldn't mind seeing Natira. And plus, I would love to see the dialogue between her and Scarlet, as well as her and Aaron, because Natira and Aaron Black had a thing, as did Scarlet, so I'd love to see just the dialogue back and forth. And it'd be nice to have a vampire character again, so Natira would be another neat one. That would definitely be another great one to play with. I would also like to see Ermac. Ermac would be another good one. And Cyrax. Or Cyrax and or Sector. I think Cyrax would be the best one because he was in-game, but he wasn't playable. So I'd love to have Cyrax in here. So my other 3 outside of the first 3 would be, outside of my second round picks, would be outside Takeda, Smoke, and Kenshi. My second round picks would be Natira, Cyrax, and Ermac. There you go. I could be fucking wrong on all of them, though. I could be legit wrong. So there's the MK characters. So now you're probably wondering, well, you said you wanted 2 DLC characters. That's what you're hoping for. So what are the 2 DLC characters? Well, while I still hold out hope for Ash, although it looks like it's getting less and less, and we're not going to see the king, see anyone hail to the king anytime soon, sadly. And don't worry, get me wrong, if he is going to be in the DLC at some point, I'd be all for it. Like, finally get him. But it looks like it's getting less and less. But don't get me wrong, I would still be excited for him. But the 2 DLC characters are horror characters I would love to see. And those 2 characters are, first off, Candyman. So you're probably wondering, why would you pick Candyman as the first DLC? Multiple reasons. First off, he's got a movie next year. Remember, one of the big reasons of why Terminator got in was because Terminator Dark Fate was coming out that year. Same with Joker. Joker was getting a movie, and that probably helped of why he got in. It wasn't, Joaquin Phoenix Joker, but still, it was, Joker nonetheless. So, the fact that Universal is going to have a new movie with Candyman is a perfect example of, cross-movie promotion. And, plus, I don't think it would be that hard to get Tony Todd. You got Sly and Arnold you got Arnold's likeness for Terminator, and you got Peter Weller and Sylvester Stallone's likeness, as well as their voices. Too bad you couldn't do that for Arnold, but at least you got his likeness. So yeah, you could probably get Tony to voice him and to use his likeness. It wouldn't be that hard. Plus, as a character, could you imagine what it would be like for having Candyman as a playable character? The things you could do with the hook, like how he always talks about splitting you from your gullet to from your groin to your gullet. Like, that could be his fatality of, like, he just picks you up, then just starts digging the knife through, like, in between your legs and just starts going up and just dumps all the organs out. Or another one could be a bee fatality. He could cough up bees in your face when he's attacking, teleport. I think he would be really cool. So, Candyman would be my first pick. Now on to the second one. And that second one, you may be thinking, well, there's a lot of rumors of Michael Myers being here, and while that would be cool, and I would love to see Michael, but there's another character I think has a lot of possibility as well. There's another character out there that has also been getting something in the rumor mill, and I'm actually starting to believe this one, and that, ladies and gentlemen, is Ghostface. Ghostface from, of course, Scream, and you may be thinking, really, Ghostface. What could you really do with what couldn't you do with Ghostface in Mortal Kombat? That's the better question. What couldn't you do? Because gear system, it's perfect. Have you guys played Dead by Daylight, and how they used a gear system and how it transitioned so well for Ghostface in the game, as well for the mask and the robes and the knife? You could transition that so well over in Mortal Kombat. Like, a gear system for Ghostface would be perfect. Plus, you can get Ghostface original voice actor, who, by the way, for those who don't know, also voiced Mojo Jojo in Powerpuff Girls. So you could probably get him, and could you imagine? And also, the other big thing is, what it looks like is they're looking for characters who can talk. Like, they want to have dialogue with these characters. So, and you can't really do that with Michael, like you couldn't do it with Leatherface or Jason or Alien or Predator. So it would stand to reason that same with Ghostface, with Candyman, you can have dialogue back and forth. Like, you're gonna have their likeness, you might as well have them voicing the character, right? So, the idea of having, like, Ghostface here would be nothing short of just awesome. Of, like, could you, like, he picks up the phone, and he's, like, he's calling on a cell phone, and he's like, so what's your favorite scary movie? And like, someone like Cage is like, the one where I'm in it. Or, like, you could even have Ghostface reference other horror movies, because he is a reference to horror movies themselves. So you could have it like he's facing Cassie and be like, I'm your boyfriend now, Cassie. Or, like, he could just keep referencing other horror movies or something like that. And again, gear system, it'd be perfect. You could change the mask, the robes, the knife, everything. Same with Candyman. You can change the robes, the hook, make his visage more, like, rotted, or with bees all over it. The sky's the limit. And don't get me wrong, if Ash and Michael or anyone else do get, I'll be totally fine with it. I mean, we got Rambo and RoboCop. The sky's the limit right now. But those right now are my two characters, and they actually have a lot of plausibility, because, remember, very soon we're going to be getting Scream 5, and next year we are getting Candyman, you know, assuming, you know, pandemic allows. But, yeah, those are my picks for Kombat Pack 3. So you guys tell me in the comments below, what characters are you hoping for Kombat Pack 3? Just comment below, let me know what 3 MK characters would you want, and which 2 DLC characters would you want. Just comment below, let me know. And once again, I'm Mr. Multiverse. I'll see you next time in the Multiverse.